Hi friends, one of the subscriber has asked regarding the pin out harness detail for this Avian. This is the standard connector which comes along with the Avian, and I have divided the harness into three main segments. This is the segment 1. These few wires are in segment 2, and then we have 4 wires in segment 3. First we'll discuss about the segment 3 wires. If you see, every single wire is of different colors. First we'll start with this yellow. This yellow is nothing but the battery positive. You need to connect B positive to yellow wire. The positive terminal of battery need to be connected with the yellow wire. Black is the negative, so negative terminal of the battery need to be connected to this black wire. Now if you read it carefully, this particular red wire has ACC written. ACC. This need to be connected to accessory terminal, and we have an illumination wire. Sticker shows ILLUMINATI, illumination wire. This is responsible for glowing the LEDs on top of the face panel. This also need to be connected to the positive terminal of the battery, or you can connect along with the ACC. Now we'll move to segment 1 of the wires. I call it output wires. If you see these two gray wires, these need to be connected to front right speaker. You can see FR plus and FR minus. It means front right speaker need to be connected with these two wires. Folks, this positive negative will not matter here because the speaker doesn't have polarity. If you see these two white wires, FL positive and FL minus, means front left positive and front left minus. These two white wire need to be connected to front left speaker. If you see these two green wires, you can find RL positive and RL negative. Rear left speaker need to be connected with these two wires. Similarly, these two purple wire, you can find RR plus and RR minus. Rear right speaker need to be connected with these purple wire. After the segment 1 wire, let's move to segment 2 wire. Now these wires belongs to control signals, and these are very important wires. As we have seen in my earlier video, I have connected my steering wheel control to the Avian. These two wires, key 1 and key 2, these two wires are important to feed the steering mounted control signal to the Avian. So these two connected to the steering mounted control. Yeah friends, next wire is reverse wire. It's a brown wire having a sticker of reverse mounted on top of it. This need to be connected to reverse light of your vehicle, so that whenever you put your vehicle in reverse, this wire will carry the battery voltage to the Avian, and Avian will know the vehicle has been put in reverse, so it will switch to the camera. The next wire is blue wire, and you can see the PANT is written on top of it. This need to be connected to the radio antenna. The vehicle radio antenna has two wires. One is slightly thicker. It's a 8 gauge coax cable that need to be fed directly into the radio in port of the Avian. The second wire need to be connected with this P antenna. If you see the next, this is the PCONTR, P counter. If at all you have CAN bus, then only this wire need to be connected. In our case, we don't have a CAN bus, so this wire need not to be connected. Yeah, the next wire is the pink wire, where parking sticker is label on top of it. Now this wire will tell the Avian that vehicle is right now kept on parking brakes, and then only it will allow you to play videos because we are supposed to watch the video when vehicle is parked. if you connect this wire to positive terminal of the battery, the avian will feel that the vehicle is on the parking, and you can play the video even on the move. So it's really up to you. I have connected this to the positive terminal of the battery so that I can play the video even on the move. So friends, that's the connection detail. I'll draw a small schematic so that things will be clearer to you. Yeah, so friend, this is the complete harness detail. This is self-explanatory. I need not to explain this, but just for the users, there are few wires which need to be connected to battery, which are yellow, black, red and orange, and of course the pink wire. Second set of wire is for steering mounted control. This is key 1 and key 2, the brown wire and orange wire with black stripe. PCONT need to be left as it is. The brown wire is a reverse wire which need to be connected with the reverse light, so that whenever you put your vehicle in reverse, it automatically switches towards the reverse camera. The pink wire is a parking wire, need to be connected to battery positive, so that you can play the videos while driving, which is not safe, by the way, which is never safe. But other passenger can also see the video. Then some speaker wires shown here as RR plus, RR minus. These are purple wire, need to be connected to rear speaker right side. Similarly, green wire pair need to be connected to rear speaker left side, gray wire pair for the front speaker right side, and white wire pair for front speaker left side. So a fairly easy connection, it's not a difficult thing, just take the print out. The next question comes, how to identify the vehicle wires. For vehicle speakers, if you connect the vehicle speaker with a small multimeter in parallel, the multimeter in resistance mode will either show you 4 ohms or 8 ohms. Now that way, this particular set of 8 wires can be identified very easily. You just connect multimeter across these two terminals, either you will be seeing 4 ohms or 8 ohms. Similarly, the remaining 3 pairs. That way these 8 wires can be very easily identified. Now it is also need to be known that which speaker is placed where. Again, it's a very simple task. Just have one small pencil cell of 1.5 volts small AA battery, and connect any battery to any of these pairs. You will be seeing some hissing sound coming from the speaker. So if you connect this battery to this terminal, the speaker which is located at front speaker left side should give you the hissing sound. That way you can identify which speaker has the wire associated with it. Now let's go to the battery terminal. It is very simple. If you see your vehicle, of course it would be bigger than this, no doubt about that, but in any vehicle the body is always negative. So if you place a multimeter one wire, it should be black one or negative of the multimeter with the body, and try to connect positive with the wire coming out of your vehicle. It should show plus 12 volt or 12 volt. So that way you can identify the battery positive terminal. Now if you connect this positive wire to the accessory wire, normally when you have not put your key inside the accessory or the ignition switch, the voltmeter should read 0 volt. But once you turn the key, it should show 12 volt. That way you can identify which wire is of accessory. Now let's go to the reverse light, this wire. Now it's very simple, just connect your multimeter. The negative terminal you should connect to the body of the car, and this positive terminal need to be connected to the wire coming from the reverse light. Normally it should show 0 volt, but the moment you put your vehicle in reverse, then this particular wire should show 12 volt. That way you can find out which wire is the reverse wire. Similarly, for the radio antenna, if you see the connector which is coming from your vehicle, it should have a thicker wire, a coax cable, and one small wire which is the wire of radio antenna. This coax should go to the AVN directly, and the second wire need to be connected to this P antenna blue wire. The red centered one is the coax, and blue need to be connected to the blue. So that way you can identify which wire need to be connected to where. Here are the list of the tools required for this small project. You need a soldering iron, of course, to make a reliable connection, solder wire, some flux is required, because without flux it would be difficult to tin the wire and solder it properly. The screwdriver with Phillips head is required for tightening, and cutter is required for wire cutting, and you can also use a stripper, wire stripper. Then pliers are needed to hold things, to tighten it. Zip ties are essential because you need to tighten few wires in a pair. File sometime is needed because whatever fascia plates you will get, that fascia plate requires some modification. Then multimeter is required, of course, to identify the wire, to find out which wire is battery positive, negative. Wire spool is needed to run down the reverse wire connection. Wire tape is required because whenever you are making any connection, you need to make sure that it is insulated properly. You can also use sleeves. Friends, it's a simple connection diagram. Here you can see on the vehicle we have a radio antenna, and that need to be connected directly to the AVN. Then inside you can mount the GPS antenna near the dash, that also need to connect it to the GPS. Then reverse camera need to be connected directly with the AVN, and parking light need to be connected on the reverse line. Then these are the speaker connection, front right, front left, rear right, rear left. The ignition key need to be connected to accessories, battery positive and battery negative. And then if you have a steering mounted control, it need to be connected to key 1 and key 2. In my case, my steering mounted control connect with the steering mounted control box through Wi-Fi, and then this SMC box will connect it on the AVN through key 1 and key 2. The USB thumb drive can be plugged directly into the AVN, and your cell phone can be connected via Bluetooth. So that's a simple diagram.